It is a dream weekend for our following guest here. Todd Fuhrman joining us to talk some racing. We're going to start with that Indy 500. Scott Dixon smashing the pole winning record with a qualifying run just over 234 miles per hour. His fifth career pole in the race. He'll be sitting pretty, but who's your pick to win there?
You know, one of the fastest qualifying sessions we've seen at the Indianapolis 500, Jenny, and let's hope it leads to plenty of drama on the bricks come Sunday. So much of this race is about experience. We've seen one driver in the field, in Helio Castroneves, that's won the Indy 500 4 times. But you look at some of the youth movement that's going on. And to your point, Scott Dixon commanded the pole, showing those dominant speeds. But his price reflects that at 4-1, the same way that Alex Palou does at 4.5-1. So I want to go further down the list. I want to focus on the same race team, though, in Chip Ganassi Racing, and make a case for Marcus Ericsson at 14-1. The sneaky Swede, as dubbed by a lot of his Indy compatriots, showed speed on an oval at Texas, finishing third there. And while he may not have the same level of experience at the Indy 500 as some of his fellow drivers, I think this is a guy who's in top flight equipment, who's shown his pedigree as a former F1 driver, and his comments all week says he loves the way his car handles, not only in the tow, but also dealing with traffic. He knows that he's going to have to navigate through a lot more complex field than what you saw in terms of his 4-lap qualifying run. And I think this number here doesn't reflect how good Ericsson can be if he's able to run up front in clean air. But the one thing that's worth saying, when you're handicapping the Indy 500, you shouldn't go in just building your portfolio around one driver. So I'll give you a couple other guys to keep tabs on. I think Ed Carpenter in the mid-20s makes some sense, a former winner in Takuma Sato as well. And I never rule out Team Penske at the Indianapolis 500. I think Joseph Newgarden is the best of that Penske stable.
Never can, but you think that Ericsson's going to be one chugging that milk at the end of it. Now, how about your best matchup play for the Indy 500? Who do you like?
Two old grizzled veterans who are no strangers to the Indy 500 here. One has won this race 4 times, as I mentioned, Helio Castroneves, another a one-time winner. But I think Tony Kanaan is being discounted as far as his head-to-head matchup price here at only $1.40 at Caesars. I look at Kanaan and I think he's in much better equipment, starting significantly further up in the starting grid. And when you talk to Kanaan this week, or the interviews that I've watched, he's got that little smirk that tells me he's got a good piece under him, that he's extremely confident in the experience he brings to Indy, the race car that Chip Ganassi Racing has given him. And Kanaan was added to CGR race stable just for the 500. He's been an invaluable source of information to try and relay that to some of the younger drivers. And while it's hard to bet against Castroneves, who looks to try and pull the double and win in back-to-back years, I really believe this is a cheap price for Kanaan at only $1.40.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.